a normal teacher in a prison. It's very similar to teaching in a college or teaching in a school. We were subject to the same parameters as anybody else in the teaching profession. We're subject to Ofsted inspections, we're subject to inspections by our managers, we're subject to targets set by our managers.
We have regular yearly reviews, we have walkthroughs, we have people from other prisons coming in to make sure that we're attaining the standards, the quality that's necessary.
We do very much the same as anybody else in a college situation.
I suppose working in a prison, you're working in an environment that isn't exactly set up for education. So we're constantly fitting in with the prison regime. We comply with the same paperwork, we comply with Ofsted inspections, we're subject to professional standards as we would be were we not in a prison.
You also have to have some resilience as well, because you're not dealing with students in a classroom, you're dealing with students that possibly have failed in life, failed in education, and so you've got to work from that basis onwards and rebuild lives for them.
Security issues that normal teachers don't have to have. You know, we come in, we have to have our belts, we have to be ensure that we don't have any equipment we're not allowed any phones, cameras, anything for the internet. So we're very restricted in that way.
The fact that the prison regime is paramount means that we run classes that last for well over 3 hours. There's implications for staff in so much as they can't get toilet breaks very easily. So you're in there often with 12 grown men all on your own. There's no prison officer present. It's for you to manage that behaviour. It's for you to deal with whatever issues those men have brought to class this morning.
Our target audience are obviously prisoners, so that could either be male prisoners or female prisoners, depending on which type of establishment that you're working in. But generally they do come with a wide raft of mental health issues. They can come with actual health issues. We get a number of people who've got Hep C and stuff like that. We'll get a number of people with disabilities. So we deal with a wide range of students.
A lot of self-esteem problems, a lot of confidence problems, and a lot of coping mechanism problems, and a lot of front, I would call it. The lads sometimes put up a lot of show to pretend that they can do things, where in fact they really can't read, write, or do basic simple maths, which is really, really sad. We do see some of the failures of the education system in prisons, and we have to overcome what might have been a hard, difficult time for them.
Because we're dealing with people in the outskirts of society and people with a lot of these mental health issues and a lot of not fitting in with society, that can manifest itself in a number of ways. The main one that obviously will affect us is that these people can be violent, and sometimes, unfortunately, some prison educators do get assaulted.
You have an awareness that anything could happen, and you have to maintain that awareness. You can't be too blasé about it, because you really don't know what's going to happen next.
I think the real joy and the real challenge every day that motivates you as a teacher is really just that love of teaching and the satisfaction of seeing people really gain from you, and you really do feel like you're making a difference and changing their views on the world, on education, and also, more importantly, on themselves.
Even with all the challenges, it's still a really rewarding job. Somehow there's something about these people, you know that their backgrounds maybe are not the same as yours, they've maybe not had the chances in life, or that education has failed them, and that you feel that you can go in and make a difference. And I mean, you know, if I could just tell you about a success story, because it's too easy to think of the ones that, you know, don't maybe happen in that way. I had a young man that came in, he was an alcoholic, and his mother was an alcoholic. She'd taken him out of school when he was 12 and taken her to the pub with her every day. And he could barely read and write. And he came to me at entry 1, which is the lowest level pretty much that we get. And by the end of the time, he got a level 2. I don't know what happened to him when he left the prison, but I'd like to think that with that change, that, you know, he went on to be able to create a good life for himself, and that's what we want to achieve.
We try to make them turn the corner so that they're actually contributing to society. Now, by educating these people, we're giving them a starting point, not only to get the qualifications that could possibly lead to employment, but we're making them actually think about their own lives and how they're going to change their lives, and making them feel a bit better about themselves and seeing that they do have a place in society.
I think a classroom in a prison can be a really stressful environment, but equally so, there's an awful lot of humour. I teach there because I really enjoy working with the men. I think they're fantastic. I think the opportunity to actually make a real difference in these people's lives is tangible, and I love it.